Congratulations to the class of 2021. I want to commend all students graduating this year on their entire career in District 155. This past year stands out among the rest. It has brought unique challenges to our students, staff, and community. It has also taught us a valuable lesson on how to keep each other safe and how much quality education means to our students and families. I would like to thank all of our seniors for your hard work and perseverance throughout this year. You should be very proud of all you've been able to accomplish. I want to thank all of our District 155 parents for your patience, support, as we have worked to overcome obstacles during this global pandemic. Our work is not done. We are excited to look back at the graduates' accomplishments and celebrate together. The class of 2021 will always be remembered for the resilience and your ability to succeed in the face of adversity. We hope you will take those skills in your next chapter of your life. Best of luck in your future endeavors.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to graduation day for the graduating class of 2021. At this time, I would like to welcome Natalia Palazzolo to the stage to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. As Natalia is joining us on stage, I would ask that the madrigals and the senior choir members please move to the microphone area here up by the stage, where you will lead us in the national anthem at the conclusion of the pledge. Students and guests, please stand and face the American flag in the south end zone.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Seniors. Thank you. Bye-bye. Students, you may be seated. Well, good afternoon again, seniors, and welcome to graduation day. We finally made it here. Before I go any further with this ceremony or with my welcome speech, I want to take a moment and say that you all are the most resilient students to ever enter Crystal Lake South High School. I'm going to ask for help one more here. To all of you seniors in the class of 2021, you have impressed all of us with your perseverance over the last 15 months, and I am pausing now to offer you all one more round of applause. I can tell you that if I rewound the clock 5 months, I wasn't sure that today was actually going to happen quite like this. Heck, if you rewound the clock to yesterday morning, I still had my doubts. But now that we are here together and that we are finally moving forward, it is my hope that this ceremony allows us the opportunity to be together, to see one another, to celebrate with one another, and to put closure on a complicated year and a half of school. So here's to hoping that our time together can do exactly that, bring the closure that we all need. As I prepared for this welcome, I reflected on the last year, remembering the moments that caused me to smile and those that caused my beard to turn a little bit more gray. My assumption, and also my hope, is that you have taken a moment, or maybe even 5 over the last couple of days, to do the same. I am also hopeful that just like I did, you have found many reasons yourself to smile as you reflected back. So as I reflected, I thought about the Saturday afternoon at Lakes High School when I watched our girls cross-country team win their first ever sectional championship. I thought about playing the bass drum as the golf team marched through the school as a state qualifier. I thought about that first day in October that we had students back in the building for hybrid learning and the music was playing out front by the Gator. I thought about the evening that I saw our theater students and our theater come to life as our students performed Schoolhouse Rock on stage live. I also thought about that day in April that I first saw students working together on science projects in the pit, and the day that we stood out front of school and celebrated together on senior signing day. I even thought about the young man that sent me a staff appreciation thank you message and addressed the thank you to Conor McGregor. I'm not sure I see the resemblance. Do you guys? All right, maybe just a little. And as I stand here today, I find myself smiling about the fun night that we enjoyed together Friday evening as you danced to the music, as you roasted marshmallows by the fire, and as you lit sparklers together and enjoyed the friendships that you have created over a lifetime. Each of these memories brought a smile to my face because they offered me a sense of normalcy. A normalcy that I know I have been longing for, and a normalcy that I know each of you have been longing for. So we come here today to reflect on the last 4 years, but more importantly, we come here today to help you take the next step forward towards the hopes and dreams that you have for yourself in the years ahead. Today simultaneously ends one chapter of your book and starts the next chapter. And it is a chapter that I wish each of you the best of luck as you begin to write. Today we gather together with you as the class of 2021 one final time. It has likely been 15 or so months since you've all gathered together like this. And it certainly has been 15 or so months since we've had our stadium this full. It is great to see so many people here together, gathered to celebrate you, to commend your efforts, and to wish you well in the years ahead. So as I wrap up my welcome, I'd like to thank all of the family and friends who joined us here today. Students, I would ask for your help at this point. Can I ask you to stand and join me in offering them a round of applause for being here today and cheering you on as you graduate from Crystal Lake South High School. Thank you, students. I'd also like to take a moment to thank our teaching staff for transforming their craft over the last year and for continuing to connect with you in the caring manner in which they do. Heroes come in all facets of life, but this year I believe that our staff members are the real heroes. Thank you to each of our staff members for standing beside our seniors over the course of the last 4 years, and thank you again for standing beside them today as they walk across this stage and accept their diplomas. Lastly, I would like to thank you, seniors, one final time for representing Crystal Lake South in the manner that you have. Like I said in my opening statements today, you have all demonstrated perseverance like no other class has ever had to demonstrate before, and it's this perseverance that will take you great places in life. Know that you have made yourself and all of us here at Crystal Lake South so very proud. Congratulations again to all of you in the class of 2021. At this time, I would like to welcome Karina Bueno to the stage to share her commencement speech with all of you. Karina, the podium is all yours.
Good afternoon, class of 2021. Faculty and staff, family and friends, what an honor it is to stand before you and speak on such a long-awaited day. A day so many of us dreamed about with anticipation, sitting shoulder to shoulder in our caps and gowns, smiles visible in every direction, the air buzzing with excitement. Everyone is hugging and laughing and embracing our final goodbyes, our families cheering in the bleachers. Everything is just as we pictured it. Only it's not. It's not at all what we expected, because who knew that our senior year would be anything but predictable? But you know what? Predictability is overrated. Things rarely end up exactly as we expected, because nothing's ever really certain in life. Well, maybe a few things are, like the certainty that we'll always proudly wear green and gold, and as Gators, this is our home. The pit will always be the heart of the school, and ninth period is undoubtedly the longest class of the day. And the most certain thing of all is that South is the best high school around. Yet with the year unlike any other, it challenged a lot of that stability as we knew it. It challenged us to persevere, adapt, and in some cases thrive. So there's a lot to be proud of. I mean, let's take a moment to appreciate the tremendous flexibility of our curriculum. Whether school was at home or in the classroom, nothing stopped our education. But school looked different for everyone. Class was in our bedrooms, in the kitchen, next to siblings, even outside. And by the way, the number of palm trees I saw behind students on camera was insane. Bravo to you guys for doing math on the beach. And of course, the teachers had fun with remote learning and doing things like dressing up on call and making class fun and engaging. And these experiences that we have with this non-traditional style of teaching are ones to remember. And it goes to show that learning is not a place, it's not a building or a desk. It's the students and the teachers, and it's those connections made that make learning happen. In addition to the achievements in the classroom, our sports teams all found a way to be viable. We were finally able to cheer on our Gators during Friday night football games, and soccer had a wonderful season. Girls cross country made the first sectional champions, and our basketball and volleyball teams had a wonderful season as well. And this is just to name a few sports, but so many sports were able to enjoy a final season in something they found a community in. And it may not have looked like it typically does, but it had all the same heart and joy within it. Sports weren't the only ones to have thrived this year. Other extracurriculars found a way to flourish despite all obstacles presented. Theater never ended. We were able to enjoy 3 virtual productions like Who Done It and Schoolhouse Rock Live, all of which had wonderful performances, and there was even a live performance for family and friends. Other groups like National Honor Society and Student Council worked endlessly behind the scenes to continue remotely. NHS pulled off fundraisers and volunteered like never before, and Student Council made homecoming happen this year. And so many clubs lived on and embraced the endless possibilities of remote events. And so many memories blossomed from these unique experiences, and so many traditions lived on. And we were able to achieve all of this, and we did it together. Great things didn't happen on their own, though. It happened because all of you. We navigated the uncharted territories of remote learning and found a way to make it work, all thanks to our teachers and staff and administration. It was all of you who had to relearn everything and persevere through this uncertainty. And it was all of you who supported us during this time. But you did a phenomenal job and went above and beyond what anyone could have asked for. And thank you to the everyday heroes in our building, our custodial and maintenance staff for working hard every day during this pandemic. We students cannot thank you enough. Parents and families, you too experienced much of the same confusion that we did. You too had to adapt and diverge from the familiarity of our past routines and make the most of our new situation. Overnight, our homes transformed into classrooms, and you had a whole new set of your worries on top of your typical teenager concerns. But we are here as a result of your care and commitment to our education and well-being. And there are not enough thank yous in the world to show you our gratitude. And finally, of course, I'd like to thank all of you. As students, we had to adapt so much this year with little time to reflect on everything that's happened. But we shouldn't let the differences of our situation overshadow our accomplishments. Although we may have picked up a few bad habits along the way, like leaving cameras off and accidentally leaving the Zoom too early, and the infamous breakout rooms were not our favorite moments. However, we are all more than deserving to be sitting here in our caps and gowns, and we should be so proud to have done it all. The reality is that this is not a typical graduation ceremony, because this hasn't been a typical school year. You can have everything planned out and everything pictured in your mind of what the future will hold, but there's never really a guarantee it'll be that way. Life is anything but predictable, and this year has taught us that more than ever. So, as we close this chapter in our lives as high school students and step into the world of even more unpredictability, just know with this newly found freedom, there are almost infinite possibilities for what we do next. Now more than ever do we have the ability to create a path that's true and authentic to who we are. So let's take everything we're given and everything thrown our way and own it, claim it, and make it ours when the future presents us with more unique opportunities. Things rarely end up exactly as we expected because nothing's ever really certain in life. But one thing I know for sure is that we are the ones who can decide on what to do next. And we all have the power to decide our own destiny. Class of 2021, thank you for the memories over the past 4 years, and especially this past one, unlike any other. And congratulations on your achievements. We did it! Thank you.
Let's get one more round of applause for Karina as she heads back to her seat. At this time, I would like to welcome Community High School District 155 School Board Member Ron Ludwig to the podium.
Good afternoon. South graduates, I need you to do me a favor. Think back 10 years ago when you were in the second grade. You might have been in Crystal Lake. You might have been in another district. Can you remember your second grade teacher? My guess is that your teacher still remembers you. Please stand if you're in room 10 with Mrs. Ludwig in second grade at Indian Prairie. Don't be shy. She asked me to let you know she still remembers you. She sends her love, congratulations, and she is so proud of each and every one of you. That's what happens. Thank you, guys. That's what happens in education. You form these relationships with staff, and staff forms these relationships with you, and you will remember a lot of people for a long time to come. On behalf of District 155 Board, I'd like to thank all of our South families, South staff, and especially you 2021 South graduates for enduring these past 15 months and rising to each and every challenge that was presented to you and your families. South staff, thank you for all of your efforts to create a great learning environment for our students. Whether it was remotely or in person, you went above and beyond the normal call of duty to make it work for our students. South families, parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, siblings, friends of our graduates, thank you for all of your support at home, creating learning environments within your homes, being flexible with so many changes in schedules each week and each month, and most of all, supporting your seniors to make it to today's graduation. What the class of 2021 has had to overcome in order to be here today is truly unprecedented. The experiences of this past year have made you stronger for any hurdles you will encounter during your next move to attend college, join the military, or become part of our workforce. COVID has brought about many challenges and a host of new norms. The question is what norms our graduates will have to navigate as they move forward in the next chapter of their life's journey. We are all confident that each of you will find great success in the direction you choose to go. Myself, all the members of our school board, join the South community being so proud of you. Good luck, Crystal Lake South Gators, class of 2021.
At this time, we'll be recognizing each student in the class of 2021 with their diploma.
Eli M. Addison. Ethan S. Alexander. Abhinav Arulanandan. Anna Rose Austin. Esmeralda Avalos Alvarez. Brandon S. Barneveld. Lucas Patrick Barrett. Joseph Barton. Claudia Biagunska. Victoria Lynn Bishop. Cody R. Bame. Trevor J. Boeing. Justin D. Bonzi. Benjamin James Reisenbeekler Brady. Seth Robert Brazeo. Georgina Ann Bridgman. Karina Bueno. Thomas M. Burgess. Devin Anaya Carter. Lena A. Castaneda. Anna L. Chang. Brianna K. Chessman. Emily K. Chudik. Nicholas J. Civarella. Caitlin Clausen. Tanner J. Coakley. Elizabeth Rose Camella. Emma M. Cruz. Garrett R. Sykowski. Nathaniel J. Dalzell. Christian Joel De Leon. Paul M. Dvorak. Alexander Demetsensky III. Anna J. Dickinson. Joshua Tyler Dearson. McKenna L. Downing. Jacob G. Driver. Ray D. Ehrenhaft. Farah H. El Maligi. Jonathan A. Escamilla. Frida Giselle Ferrasquia. Emma Grace Fisher. Autumn Marie Foster. William Lewis Frisch. Isabel M. Garney. Alexander J. Godsell. Summer Elizabeth Goodwin. Matthew A. Graves. Emily Elizabeth Gray. Devin A. Grishow. Kristen Hope Grievous. Rebecca E. Guyan. Katie N. Gerba. Dominic J. Guzman.
Nicole E. Hayslip. Garrett R. Halleck. Tia Michelle Hall. Jacob Christopher Hanna. Olivia Ray Hansen. Tyler J. Harisis. Tyler M. Harrington. Emma Irene Hartman. Michael James Hauser. Aiden C. Henry. Gage B. Hoffman. Matthew J. Hogan. William Howard. Thomas J. Hubbard. Kaylee Huff. Carly Idstein. Muskan R. Jadeja. David K. Yagushevsky. Charles Robert Johnson. Joshua Kearley. Kylie Ann M. Kingren. Cole Allen Kirchhoff. Connor D. Kirchhoff. Alexis E. Kirkpatrick. Aiden A. Kitchen. Alexander A. Kitchen. Lucas Kleiner. Justin T. Conan. Stefan T. Koiven. Kevin J. Lang. Emily Renee Larkey. Blake A. Lefevre. Heather Elizabeth Lease. Mason J. Lloyd Meadis. Nicholas V. Lombardi. Jocelyn Lopez. Jack Lyons. Gavin McNaught. Angela Maximovich. Isabel M. Martell. Aaliyah Elaine McCaleb. Caitlin H. McCormick. Samantha C. McDaniel. Joseph Jean McKeever. Laura Elizabeth Meyer. Zachary Edward Michaels. Serena N. Miller. Connor W. Moore. Nathan K. Moore. Natalie Mostert. Grant William Nevers. Kenny V. Wynn. Joseph S. Nikia. Zachary Richard Noller. Isaac Paul Norton. Carson Lee O'Connor.
Dominic O'Donohue. Murphy J. O'Hara. Andrew Ochoa. Brandon M. Osterberg. Natalia Palazzolo. Alexis Marie Pentico. Austin J. Perkle. Lucas Emmanuel Perez. Elise H. Peterson. Stefania Petrovic. Alexander S. Peaky. Connor J. Quinlan. Adam C. Rainey. Ariana Rasho. Dallin Reitz. Sean Benjamin Riemann. Alyssa Adrian Rich. Emily Elizabeth Rich. Krina Rivas. Michaela Rosario Kulak. Jeremy Ron. Abigail Brianne Rubsum. William S. Salvia. Hayden Thomas Sanders. Gracie J. Scherenberg. Molly S. Schneeweiss. Mary C. Schofield. Hunter M. Schwab. Irving A. Silva. Alexis N. Siciliano. Kenneth Thomas Sievertson. Crystal M. Skenendor. Evelyn C. Smith. Veronica Smith. William Stanley. Ashish Subramanian. Sky R. Swanson. Bailey Thorstensen. Grace Alexandra Tilley. Dominic Aaron Timberlake. Sergio S. Tinajero. Samantha Estelle Tote. Antonina Tomei. Brian Troicano. Auden Sol Trokey. Virginia J. Van Hoff. Olivia A. Varcados. Ashley Villarreal Rodriguez. Dylan Justin Viella. Cameron Lee Wagman. Thomas J. Walsh. William P. Wickersty. Abigail K. Whiteco. Thomas Andrew Zaharias. Tatiana Zayas.
All right, one more time, a round of applause for the class of 2021. All right, students, if you could please now stand. Don't throw your caps quite yet. It is now time to turn your tassel from the right side to the left to signify your official graduation from Crystal Lake South High School. Students, turn your tassel. All right, we've reached the final statements, but before we throw those caps in there, I want to say one last thing. Today, as you throw those caps in there, please don't be shy about it. You have persevered through a lot this last year. You have made it to the finish line. So grip those caps tight, toss them as high as you can. You have done it. Congratulations again, class of 2021.